my fellow gamers. The dawn of a new year is upon us. Lads, I'm back, and it's a new year. It's January 7th, but it's been a new year for about a week, and well, the new year hype was nice while it lasted. Yeah, it's that time of year that people complain about things they want from EA. I nearly said Disney World. It's not Disney World, it's The Sims. What? Anyway, it's that time of year when people talk about the things that they want. Just finished Christmas, the year of obtaining things and consumerism, and now it's time to talk about the things that we covet and desire. At least we gamers do that. I don't know about normal people. So, I got the idea from, actually, I think Losimsy also did a video like this, but I got the idea from Plumbella. Yeah, no, Losimsy did it because Plumbella said she got the idea from Losimsy to make like a PowerPoint presentation on things that The Sims 4 needs. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I don't really have much of a good intro for this, so let's just get into it. Things that I think The Sims should do in 2020. A lot of these things I don't actually expect to happen, but a girl can dream. This is how you negotiate. You start high. You ask for 3-ply toilet paper so that 2 feels like a compromise. First off, I have changes to Cass. We need new hair colors. I know this will be a pain in the ass. Do it anyway. Here are some new hair colors that I would like to have. Dirty blonde. Not cheese. Dirty blonde. You know, a hair color that's a little bit between a light brown and a dark blonde. Dirty blonde. Multiple black hair swatches. Like, dark hair is pretty common. Like, I think more people have dark hair than don't in the world. So, like, more variety of the darker hair swatches would be awesome. So, like, multiple black hair swatches. If there was, like, a warm black, a cool black, and a true black, that'd be great. More salt and pepper swatches. Like, there's already a brunette one and a black hair one. Can we get, like, a red and a blonde salt and pepper swatch? You know, for our middle-aged Sims. Oh yeah, maybe a strawberry blonde in addition to the dirty blonde, perhaps. There's, like, orange hair, and then there's, like, auburn, like, a darker red hair, and then there's, like, the red hair. Maybe like an auburn, not auburn, like a strawberry, lighter red hair. Oh yeah, and then more unnatural colors like pastel pink. People really want pastel pink hair. I mean, I'm good. I have like my dark blue hair, which it's not currently that blue. But when it's freshly dyed, it's like that exact color blue. Speaking of hair, we need another hair texture category. Listen, there's a gap between wavy hair and afro texture hair. There's another texture in between there. It's called curly hair. Can we have curly hair? Like a curly hair category? Sometimes I have like a white Sim with curly hair, and then the kids come out with like dreadlocks and cornrows. And I'm like, hey, kiddos, don't do that. But I feel bad like changing their hair texture because it's like, it's just their natural hair that they were born with. But like, hey, kiddos, don't. Oh yeah, and then there's also skin colors. I know we just talked about skin colors. We just did the skin colors, but can we get some skin colors that don't look dead? I don't know, maybe I'm just being a bitch about this, and nobody else has this problem, but even after this update, most of the skin tones just look really corpsey to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. Especially on the cool area. Does EA know that cool skin tones does not mean like literally cold, like your temperature is cold because you're dead? Do they know that? I've made this joke before, but I'm gonna keep making it. Sorry. I want scars that aren't like tied to Get Famous. Please, I don't want to have to play with Get Famous in my game just to have Sims have scars. I think more like skin diversity as well, not just like skin tone diversity, but like skin type diversity would also be real nice. Like some adult acne, maybe some like, that's like not like acne, but just like faint acne scars would be nice. You know, vitiligo would be nice. Is it vitiligo? I'm gonna call it vitiligo. I've heard it vitiligo, but that just sounds fake to me. That sounds like somebody's deliberately pronouncing it wrong as a joke to me. So I'm just gonna call it vitiligo. But you know, the thing that Michael Jackson had, that would be nice to include. And I feel like it'd be pretty easy to implement, like just add it as a skin detail. In terms of like doability, I think scars, skin colors, make the skin colors look less dead. And, the new skin detail things would be pretty easy to implement. I don't think adding new hair colors or like relabeling half the wavy and afro textured hairs as curly would be as easy to do. So I don't think those are going to happen. But please. Number 2, photography. I want group photos. I want to be able to take a family picture. Maybe like if your sim has a camera in their inventory, they can like have an interaction with benches and couches to like take a group picture on the bench or the couch. Everyone has that family picture on the couch with everyone's like on the couch. I want that in the game. Okay, I want family pictures. I want group photos with more than 2 sims. And I don't want to have to like manually like tell the sims all go in this area and then be doing something and then have another sim move into position and then take a camera and then just hope they time it right to get an okay camera with everyone in the frame. I want like actual group pictures. I also want adults and children and adults and toddlers to be able to take selfies together. That'd be awesome. Group pics of children and toddlers would be awesome. More like occasion photos. Can we get like special wedding pictures? Maybe like, engagement pictures. Maybe like holiday pictures where like you can get one sitting on Santa's lap, stuff like that. Or on the Easter bunny, just a regular bunny in your city. No, don't do that. So I want group pictures. I thought we were getting group pictures with the Mountain Living pack. Mountain Living. I'm gonna call it the Mountain Living. I'm just gonna keep calling it Mountain Living because EA, follow your own goddamn naming conventions. I thought we were gonna get group pictures with the Mountain Living pack, and we didn't. What's up with that? They like went and like put up those like Simstagram bits on the trailer. I thought that meant there was gonna be something with photography at least, but no, nothing with photography. There's just like an interaction to take a selfie with certain landmarks, and then it doesn't even actually take a selfie with it. It's just like it plays an animation. You don't even actually get a picture. I feel misled. Speaking of weddings, I want better weddings. I want bachelor and bachelorette parties. I want wedding parties. I want to choose like the best man, the maid of honor, the flower girl. I want my Sims parents to walk them, not necessarily down the aisle, but to the wedding arch. I want the Sims friends and family and loved ones to be able to play a little more of a part in their wedding. Can we get priests and rabbis and stuff? Rehearsal dinners, perhaps? I want more wedding shenanigans. Weddings are like a very big deal in real people's lives. So can they be a little bigger deal in my Sims life? This is one that I can actually go without. I don't, but yeah. Preteens, tweens, perhaps. It's just, I find it weird that Sims, like child Sims, look like they're like 8, maybe 7 or 8. And then the teen Sims look like they're like 16 to 18. And it's just, it's quite a jump. It was weird when we didn't have toddlers and the Sims went straight from being newborns to being 8-year-olds. And it's weird when we don't have preteens and they go straight from being 8 years old to being 16 years old, 17. I wrote 17 on my PowerPoint. 17 years old. I also wrote maybe if teens looked like, younger teens, like maybe 13, 14, 15, as opposed to like 17 or 18, this wouldn't be such a sticking point for people because it wouldn't feel like such a jarring leap. If teens were like a little, shorter, maybe a little pudgier, then they'd have to like do special animations for teens as different than adults. So they're not going to do that. These are not changes that I expect them to actually do, by the way. Maybe this would be a good point for the Sims 5 wish list. This is like halfway just a Sims 5 wish list at this point. Werewolves. This is self-explanatory. I shouldn't have to elaborate. All right, traits overhaul. I do not expect this, but what if we got a trait at every life stage? People don't just stop evolving and changing as a person, when they turn 20. I'm a different person now than I was when I was 20, and I'm only 23 now, so. Also, can we have like age-specific traits? You know how toddlers have like their toddler trait, and then it goes away when they age up? I want children to have like one permanent trait and then one trait that goes away when they age up into teens. And I want teens to have 2 permanent traits and then a trait that disappears when they age up into an adult. I think that would be sweet. Because again, you probably went through a phase as a kid or a teen, and they have phases, which I think is nice, but can we just have like things that aren't even necessary phases? They're just kind of like things that you used to do but don't really do anymore, you know? Oh yeah, I want more customization other than traits like favorite color, favorite food. Can we have sexual orientations, perhaps? I know people think that like Sims not having sexual orientations is like peak inclusivity. It's really not. It's kind of just like erasing everyone's identity, actually. So can we have sexual orientations? Please? Please. Oh yeah, vegetarian and geek should be lifestyles, not traits. We have lifestyles in the game now. Can we make those lifestyles? Here's my thing about vegetarian Sims is that's not a personality trait, okay? Also, they'll just autonomously eat meat. They shouldn't do that if they're vegetarian. They shouldn't autonomously eat meat. And then they feel sad about it because they autonomously ate the pork. Oh yeah, we're being real nitpicky here. Evil should be called sadistic. It's more precise. This whole personality overhaul thing, that's a pipe dream. But it is a wish list that I have for The Sims 5. A little more disability inclusion would be awesome. I might make a full video on this. I probably will, actually, eventually. But what if we have like an in-depth injury system where Sims can become injured and then maybe those injuries can escalate to permanent disabilities? That'd be cool. They might need to be amputated and then have a prosthetic, which I feel would be pretty easy to implement. Just like have a prosthetic on the Sim. Like it's a pretty cosmetic thing, right? You know, that should be pretty easy. If you wanted to be slightly more involving, it could be like, you know, you get like a moodlet when you need to charge your prosthetic and you have to go charge it. I do not want mental illnesses or neurological disabilities as traits. I want those to be separate things. Having ADHD is not your personality. Yes, it does affect a lot of things, you know, because it's in your brain, you know, it's your brain that does affect a lot of things, but it's not like your personality, okay? It's a different thing. Oh, and I don't think we're getting wheelchairs, maybe in The Sims 5, but we're not getting wheelchairs in The Sims 4. I'm so sorry, we're not. Oh, speaking of ableism and disability inclusion, we need to remove the erratic trait from the game. Just remove it, get rid of it. They already changed the name of the trait from insane to erratic, which shows that EA knows they fucked up. They know it's an ableist thing, but it's still in the game. Just get rid of it. Get it out of the game. Just because you changed the name of it does not make it not ableist. Get rid of the erratic trait. I want a freelance Grim Reaper career. I know this goes back to that survey a long time ago. You can't just blow my mind with a concept like that and then say, never mind. You can't just do that, EA. I want the freelance Grim Reaper career. I know there's like, it looks like they're making a ghost pack, like a spooky ghost pack. We'll see what that is. I don't think it's going to involve a Grim Reaper career. It's just a stuff pack, right? It seems like it's going to be more of like a ghost hunting thing, like BuzzFeed Unsolved type stuff.
Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy.
If you are like me and you're really mad about not getting a freelance Grim Reaper career, might I recommend the podcast, The Adventure Zone? It's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, and it has a certain character who could be described as a freelance Grim Reaper. Really love that guy. Pregnancy. I want there to be a slightly more involving pregnancy for the long lifespan. Just for the long lifespan. I don't need pregnancies that eat up like half my Sim's life if I'm playing on the normal lifespan. But maybe if they last 6 to 9 days instead of 3 while you're on the long lifespan. More time for some like pregnancy drama and stuff. Maternity clothes, better maternity clothes. Maybe they just like assign your Sim a random maternity outfit because like sometimes maternity clothes aren't necessarily offered in a variety of styles. Maybe your Sim just has to wear whatever they can find. You know, maternity clothes. Maybe mood swings. Perhaps cravings, maybe as whims, like specific cravings, like randomized food, like pregnancy-related whims in general, maybe like whim to buy a bassinet from being pregnant. That would be nice. Last topic, babies. People talk a lot about babies, and I'm also gonna talk about babies. If you could move your babies around without having to switch to build mode, that'd be great. Maybe if like you have a stroller, you could like move the stroller around while you're in live mode, and then you have your sim like manually move the baby from the bassinet into the stroller. Or maybe there could be like several baby items in the game that like you have scattered around your house, and you can like move the baby from the bassinet to the other baby objects. For example, you got baby swings, those bouncy door frame things, you know, little bouncers that like hang in the door frame. The spinny standing toy thing where like there's different toys and the baby like stands up in it. A baby blanket, you can tummy time, perhaps. You know, bumbo chairs. My brother, when he was a baby, we had these like bumbo chairs that look kind of like a toilet, but you just sit the baby in it and it helps them prop them up. Or those like horseshoe shaped pillow things. Listen, you can move around grills and rugs and mini fridges in like live mode, but you can't move your son. That's kind of weird. I think honestly, even just being able to move your baby from one spot to a different spot without having to enter build mode would go a really long way towards having them feel like, you know, humans. I think that would go a really long way. You know, just like these little changes. Also, can you just like hold the baby? Like, just hold the baby. You know, sit and hold the baby. And then like, you're saying hold the baby, and then they can walk around and talk to people while holding the baby. And then they can sit, not necessarily do stuff, watch TV while holding the baby, maybe listen to music, do a little two-step dance while holding the baby. And then if you know, have them do something that where they need like both hands, they'll walk to the nearest baby object and put the baby down, and before doing that thing. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Listen, I don't want super advanced, complicated babies in The Sims because I'm playing the 100 baby challenge. I have a 100 baby challenge let's play. I do not need babies to be more complicated or difficult than they are, but just these little changes I think would make a big difference in a lot of people's minds towards like having babies feel like they're part of the family. All right, so that's everything I have in my PowerPoint. Do I have anything else that I just like want? I want a death pack, honestly. Like I talked about the freelance Grim Reaper career. I just want like a death pack that's like death related stuff and has like more like fucked up, dangerous ways to die and just like lets you be a Grim Reaper. I want a death pack. Is that bad? I like how I'm coming off my wholesome let me hold my baby rant to like, hey, death pack. I want a death pack. More like occult supernatural stuff in general would be awesome. It would be awesome. You know, we haven't gotten a new like occult type in a while. You know, werewolves. I want werewolves. Give me werewolves.